Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Broden Plays Pillars of Eternity. Thank you so much for joining me. We just recruited another character, so we have 3 altogether. Let us continue onward. So, it looks like I can level up once. That's fantastic. So, we have 6 points left. I think that I would like to do some lore. In fact, and some athletics. There we go. That's what I want. Alright, so class unlocks. We have some class unlocks we can have. Autumn's Decay, attacks reflex, creates a cone of putrefaction, causing immediate corrosive damage and then more damage over time in the area. Attacks reflex, requires 0 summoned creatures. Combat only, gathers a few stray soul fragments, coalescing them into lesser flame, wind, rain, or earth blight. I kind of like that. I'm going to do that. Can I do that? Wait, or I unlocked all of those? I don't know. I don't know what just happened. Oh my goodness, I unlocked all of those. Wow. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'm pretty stoked.
Hey.
What can he do? Defender. He's a fighter. Okay. I hope the old Watcher's still here. Been years since I heard anything about him. Just something about the past, about the war. I've been thinking I missed my chance to find out what I wanted to know. That old Watcher, though, he opens up some new possibilities. Alright. Let's continue searching a little bit more in this town here before we set off. I want to see if there's anything else to explore. Any other places to go. Bestiary contains all the information you have unlocked about every creature type you have fought. Okay. Oh, I don't care about that. Rats scurry behind the sacks. Nice. This is all stolen goods. I'm not going to steal their goods. Yeah, we'll get out of here. There's not much else for me here. What's down here? I wonder. I'm just exploring at this point. I think that it's kind of fun. I will go carry on with the main quest a little bit later. Haven't been in here for must be at least 6 years. Used to be real nice, bright, warm, wretched beasts. A man lies resting against the wall, lit by a dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Have a care if you mean to go in. He casts a quick look toward the doorway to his left. This place is not so empty as I thought. Paying your respects, Eothiasian? He manages a pained grin. A little risky, isn't it? I think what the townsfolk would say. Sapphire down here, then up here. Safer down here than up there. Even with the rats as big as they are. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best, times being what they are. I'm no looter if that's what you're thinking. Not one of his types either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. Maybe you'd have better luck. Better luck with what? These ruins around us used to be a temple of Ethos, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over Direwood. From Red Kyrians even. Not so much red currents these days. Until the war, Of course. Even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones, the ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Once the legacy started, Lord Raedric decided he'd been too lenient on the Aethosians. He had his people go in and put them to the sword, left them down there, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Raedric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Raedric hopes that if he rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven and the legacy will end, see? But until then, the temple is as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that. Chopped down in their god's house. It doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. No small task. They're coining it for you if you need motivating. I'll find them. Then by the flame, I owe you a good return. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long it's crawling with creatures, but if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll still be there, if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the walls, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out and take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout, maybe try and patch myself up some. Let's enter sneaky mode.
Keep an eye out.
This combat sucked. I'm not going to win this battle. Oh my goodness. That was terrible. An organic material, crystalline in structure but shell-like in substance, Adra can be found growing up through the ground in veins in many parts of Eora. Easy to carve and manipulate, it is a favorite of jewelers as a semi-precious stone and is often cut more intricately and beautifully than other gems.
Alright then. Sure.
This parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon it is faded. In this time of hardship, must have just as much faith in ourselves. I don't like this place. It might be the death of me.
Yes.
sickened. That's not good.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we killed them. So that's a thing. We are not doing too well in this dungeon
Right.
here.
Right.
Alright. So we're going to have you turn into a cat. You are going to do arcane assault to that spiderling. And you are just going to go and attack that spiderling. Okay, now you need to do arcane assault to both of those spiderlings.
Yeah. Sure.
The nearby crystal light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at certain angles the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers, as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin, glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see a shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else, your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in a chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored by the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark, save for the podium, lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says, but the rectrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you within with sudden, dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. The face of the statue has most of its features struck off along with portions of its hands. That's not good.
Yeah.
Oh. Not quite.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches of carefully tidy script. Isidur's to the ritual room. Retrix Oberka says, Demption for even these. Orgot and Stuck, the finest bell first, rather than second. The rest is illegible. So struck the largest bell first.
Keep it quiet. Let's go.
All right. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me on this episode. That is the end of it, and I will return back with the rest of this, let's say, cave after I come back from work. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day.